Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video, as you see, we got a few tractors to go over. So we got the B3350, LX 3310, and then the new LX 4020. Go through the history of each one and the progression of it all and the pros and cons to each and every one of them. And then after that, we got two special tests. So we're going to go into detail about the sound and how it's improved over the years, as well as the lift capacity with that brand new loader on the 4020, how much more it lifts. So stick with us. We'll start with the overviews. Okay, so we're going to start with the B3350. So this came out about 2016, 2017, and it was terrible. So there's no better way to explain it. It just didn't work. You know, that DPF didn't get warm enough. It didn't go into burns. It basically froze up on people. There's hours spent on what's all went wrong with the B3350. But there's also some good things about it. Again, the predecessor to the 50 series was the B3000, the B3030, which were virtually the same tractor. They're kind of a boxy cab, very loud, no radio, terrible lighting. But again, on the flip side, that's what they had at the time. That was probably the cutting edge for the B3000, the B3030. So whenever they came out with the 50 series, well, the 2650 was awesome, and the 3350 not so much because of that engine. But whenever you look past it, the cab itself was great. You know, they increased the lighting, whether it was front and rear work lights, the ability to put LEDs on it, heated mirrors, nice comfortable seat, radio ready was a nice thing. All these small features, you know, added up to a really nice cab. You know, they improved the loader, so yeah, your skid steer quick attach was an option instead of being kind of an add-on. All these things added up to a great tractor. Much quieter, it had great air conditioning and heat. The only downside was that underneath this hood, that terrible engine. So whenever it came to the 50 series, at the end of the day, whether it was the 26 or the 33, it was a greatly improved cab with a great loader, lots of horsepower for its size. It was still the smallest tractor in the market with a factory cab. It was just all these great things other than the engine on the B3350. So then we transitioned over to the LX 3310 and what all improved on that. So whenever we moved to the LX 3310, it basically took that base model of the 50 series and improved upon it. So whether you're talking about the 26 or 33 horsepower units, they're greatly improved, but virtually the same units. Basically the same cab and basically the same features. So yes, they changed the loader from an LA 435 to the 535 and gave the loader some extra options where it was standard skid steer. You could get you know, your self-leveling on the side, some quick connects for some swift hatch. But basically the lift capacity and everything stayed the same. The cab, yes, they improved upon it, you know, with the standard LED lights, a nicer seat in there. But at the end of the day, it's the same cab without many changes. So you're still going to get that HST Whine, that pedal feedback on it. The B50 series to the LX on the 26 horsepowers, they virtually stayed the same. So it was just these few little upgrades, same unit. Whenever you get to the 33 horsepower, yes, the engine changed because it didn't work on the 50 series. So 33 is different engine, so you got that 4-cylinder turbo diesel in there. But really the only downside to that engine was the smell out front. So whenever you came out to change your bucket to a grapple, let's say, you're in that kind of smell. It's still there on that end. But took the 50 series, improved upon it, did a great job. Few little things need to be changed. So what did they change? Well, they came out with a 20 series. So let's jump to that and talk about all the improvements. So now we've got a complete redesign. So whenever you move up from the 10 series to the 20 series, a lot has changed. You'll see a brand new loader, more horsepower, and a newer, quieter cab with a different layout inside of it. So whenever you start at the front with this loader, you're going to get more lift capacities. Whenever you move a little bit farther back, you got a wider front axle there to give you more stability. And then you move back to the cab, newer, better seat. It is a lot quieter, whether it be with that HST feedback or the HST Whine. So it's a new transmission in there as well. And then it's LED everything. So you got front and rear LED lights, LED headlights out front. So just, it's an awesome unit with more horsepower basically. And it is a complete redesign. It's not just taking one tractor and improving upon it. it is completely different from tip to toe kind of idea, whether it's your loader, front axle, and inside the cab and the 3-point hitch. So now let's jump to actually trying this out to make sure that that cab is quieter and that it does lift more, to show you all that it does do what it promises. Okay, so this is the B3350. Again, this is just at an idle. We're going to move it to show you that. So this is at wide open. And now we're going to have it in high range and go around at full speed to see what it's at then. The next one is the LX3310. Again, not going to see too many changes over the B3350, but here we go. That's at an idle. Wide open. And now we're going to take it for a spin and high. LX4020 at an idle. This is the LX4020 at an idle with the radio off. Wide open. Now we're going to go take it in high range down. Yeah. Okay, so that brings the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the mid-size cab tractors from Kubota, the progression of it from the B3350 up to the LX4020. Again, as you can see with the new 4020 tractor, it it lifts a little bit more. It's got greater stability and is a much quieter cab. So, whenever you get to your local Kubota dealership, hopefully this gives you a little bit of knowledge about what you may or may not be looking for. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.